Let's do all our fidgeting right now, getting nice and comfortable. Remember to use any props you need, and if you need some reminders, just send me a private message, and I'll respond in our next class. Eyes are closed. Let's just come into the present moment, bringing our mental focus to our breath. The breath is the gateway to a deeper practice. Inhale, hands to heart center. Sharing the pranava 3 times. Take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Giving homage to the gurus that have come before us. 3 times. Take a breath in. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And release the posture. Let's stimulate, activate our energy with Kapalabhati breath. Remember, that's where we have a forceful exhale through the nose. At the same time, we are contracting the abs. The inhale is automatic, and the beauty of this pranayama, this breath, is to simply allow the allowing. Without thinking, just allow that diaphragm to descend. You don't need to do anything. It'll happen on its own, and then you feel very comfortable to have the forceful exhale. Today, we're going to do it in a set of 5. The first set, do 10 Kapalabhati, take a long exhale. Second, do 20. Third, 30. Fourth, 40. Fifth, 50. And then a long exhale, and then we'll just sit quietly. All right, we can do it together. First time. Hands are in yoga mudra, close the eyes. Breathe normally first, relax. Okay, let's begin. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Long exhale. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Long exhale. Continue on your own. Don't rush, but as you finish, simply breathe normally and sit quietly. Allow the allowing. And on your next exhale, open your eyes. A couple cautions. If you have untreated high blood pressure, so you're not taking any medications, then I want you to be very, very careful about doing this breath. Perhaps only do 5 reps 5 times. That's it. If you have high blood pressure but it's being treated, don't worry about it. Over time, and I'm talking years, if you do this breath every day, you will actually lower your blood pressure. However, in the short term, it elevates the blood pressure, so you want to be careful. If you're feeling really anxious, emotionally anxious and uncomfortable, again, do less repetitions. This does, in the short term, sometimes have that side effect of making you feel a little anxious. All right, but over time, it becomes a really beautiful practice. All right, let's come to our feet, Tadasana. You know how to sit up. Go through your physical cues. If you need some reminders, go back to our previous videos. As you're getting settled, close your eyes. Find that nice centered alignment with balance in body and breath. And as you settle in, we become more quiet. We become soft in the knees, soft in the belly. Opening up the hips with that slight pelvic tilt, exterior rotation slightly through the knees and hips. Grounded through the feet, soft neck, soft shoulders, allowing the shoulder blades to sink down towards the spine. Hands are by our sides, soft. Open the eyes. Let's begin with our warm-up. Open the palms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release palms down. Try and keep the shoulder blades soft as you move up and down. As I'm inhaling, I'm gathering the energy. As I'm exhaling, I'm letting the energy flow down my body through my feet. So that's the image. Inhaling, gathering. At the top, I'm not letting the energy dissipate, but I'm flowing it, directing it down from the crown through the chakras and down both feet. All right. Let's bring the head into position. At the top, I bring my chin up. As I exhale, I allow the chin to come down, pass through neutral when my arms are on the line. As the arms come down to my sides, the chin also comes to the chest. Inhale, I look up, head passes through neutral, and now chin lifts up, and I look at my hands. Exhale, reverse the process, passing through neutral, and back down. Okay, let's do it one more time. Ready? Inhale, looking up. Exhale, releasing down, passing through neutral when the hands hit the line and down. Same thing, but this time we look to the right. Inhale, arms come up. As I pass through the line, I start to look to the right. Reverse. Exhale, release the hands down to the line. As the hands come parallel to the mat, my head is looking forward, neutral. Continue the exhale, chin to the chest. Got it? Left side, inhale up. Exhale down. Gathering energy with movement and breath. To the right, inhale up. And exhale. Let's do the left one more time. Last one, inhale up. And exhale. One hint, when you're lifting your arms up, you will notice that as soon as you open the palm to the outside, there's a small rotation. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a small rotation in the shoulder. So I'm opening the shoulder. So for those of us who have issues in the shoulder joint itself, or perhaps the joint is not damaged, but we have a lot of tension in our upper back, neck, and behind by the shoulder blades, just this small act of opening and closing the shoulder girdle is wonderful to release tension. As we open up the palms and then bring our arms up, if I allow the shoulder blades to drop even more, releasing tension here in the upper shoulder and neck, I cause the rotation to be a little bit more open, and I feel an opening through the rib cage and the upper chest as I float the hands up. Just another piece of awareness you may want to have. All right. Coming back into Tadasana, keeping that in mind, the rotation of your shoulder, the softness of the back. Let's do some nice side bends. Open up the palms. Inhale, arms up. Go ahead, look at your hands. Soft shoulders. Exhale, return. This time, right palm stays where it is. Simply open up the left. Inhale the arm up. Hold here, drop that shoulder, lengthen through the spine, ground through the feet. Inhale, let's lengthen out of our pelvis, and then exhale to the left. As I'm doing this beautiful side bend, I'm doing my best to keep my shoulders soft and in line with one another, trying to keep my hips square. I'm stretching out. Rather than dumping weight into the right, I'm actually stretching out and then to the right. Soft knees. Holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come up, open up the right palm. So now I'm rotating that shoulder open. Inhale the right palm to meet the left. From here, inhale, let's come all the way up, hitting the Tadasana alignment, arms extended up high. Keep the right arm where it is. Let's open the palm, left palm to the outside. As you exhale, release the left palm to the side. Inhale, grow tall. Ground yourself through the feet. Inhale once more. And now exhale to the left. Take your time. This is an extension up into the left. Holding here, soft shoulders. Remember, the goal is not so much to have a deep, deep side bend as much as it is to be aware of keeping the body soft and yet with an integrity and centeredness down through your feet, hips squared forward. Head is in line with the spine. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open up the left palm. Inhale the left palm to meet the right. Inhale, straighten up. Settle down into this position all the way down to your feet. Reverse palms and exhale down. Now remember, if this is challenging, you can always do the same thing that we've done, but with our arms in cactus position or even behind your head. Bend from here with our hands behind our head or in cactus, spinal twist. So again, soften the knees. Take a breath in. As I exhale, turn to the right, but the hips stay forward. There's a tendency to let them turn. Let's keep them squared forward and feel the twist sort of from the belly button up. So I'm nicely grounded through my pelvis down to my feet. Shrug the shoulders down, softness here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, release the shoulders, 3, 2, 1. Returning, inhale, come back to center. Put those shoulders down if you need to. Left side, take a breath in. Exhale left. There's a tendency for the right elbow to come in, just like mine did, so I just gently put it back in line with my left elbow. Hold here. 8. Find that soft breath. 7, 6, 5. There's no rush. 3, 2, 1. Let's return. Inhale, come back. This time, let's inhale, bring the arms up. Release some of the tension in the shoulders you might have felt. Exhale, release down, and let's come all the way down. Bend the knees, curl down, and just kind of be a rag doll here at the bottom. I don't care if your shoulders are falling forward. Go ahead, have your knees bent. Tuck the chin so that you feel a really nice stretch from the crown of the head all the way to the base of the spine. And if you like, let's just sway from side to side. Just be careful that you don't hurt your knees as you're doing this. You may want to go forwards and backwards, gently lifting up the toes and lifting up the heels. Just enjoy a little bit of motion. Perhaps deepen the knees and then straighten. And let's all meet in the middle, hands towards the floor if you can, or gently resting on the shins or thighs. Shrug those shoulders behind you, drop the head. Knees can still be bent. Let's stay here in stillness for 4, 3. Allow the lengthening of the spine to occur at its own speed as you release tension. Centimeter by centimeter, you feel a little bit more lengthening as you hold. 2, and 1. Coming up all together, bend the knees, lift the head, lengthen the back. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, extend the arms out to the side. Palms are down right now. Inhale again, reverse the palms up, so I'm opening up that shoulder girdle as I rise up. Gather energy. Hands meet at the top. Exhale, release the hands to the sides. We're back in Tadasana. Open up our stance into a nice standing wide straddle. Remember, feet are either parallel to one another and the short sides of the mat or slightly pigeon-toed. Forward fold, opening up the palms. Inhale, arms up. Looking at your hands, exhale, forward fold. Now, if this is challenging in this position with arms extended, you know what to do. You can swan dive down. As you reach the bottom, let's see if we can reach in front of ourselves and actually have our palms on the floor. If you find yourself scooching backwards, go ahead, bring your hips back in line over your hips. Relax the head so you're looking right through your legs. Notice, is your weight equal on both feet, down both legs? You can stay here, or if you'd like, perhaps you can bring your hands, slide them back. Fingers and toes are in line. Bring the crown of the head towards the mat, shrug the shoulders behind you, and hold here. This is a short count. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the head, lengthen the back, so now we're coming up to our fingertips. But this time, let's bring our hands to our thighs. Bend the knees, look forward. So I've lifted my torso up as much as I can in this position. Knees are bent. There's a tendency for the knees to come in. Let's see if we can keep them out. Feet are still parallel to the mat. Shrug the shoulders behind you. Beautiful. Hold here. 4, 3. In order to keep our knees out, remember we have to be aware of this opening here of the hip. So I've got an external rotation going on here. It's very minor, it's very small. Only I know it because I'm activating the muscles. 2, 1. Inhale, straighten the knees, staying that nice and straight, shrug the shoulders back. Changing it up. Go ahead and let your feet come out so that you're kind of duck-footed. So what just happened? I opened up even more through the hips, through the pelvis. Now my knees are pointing in line with the toes outward. I still don't want them to come in, all right? That will aid in opening up the hips. Inhale the arms up. Coming into cactus arms. As you exhale, bend the knees, cactus arm. Hold here. See how far you can go down and still keep equal weight on both legs, both feet. Bring the shoulders back, shine the heart, keep the head in line with the spine. Let's hold here. 8, 7. Do you find yourself poking your butt out behind you? Slight pelvic tilt. Use those abs. Engaging the abs. Same time, exterior rotation of knees and hips is engaging the inner thighs for stability. 6, 5, 4, soft breath. 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Take a breath in. As you exhale, forward fold. My hands are still in cactus position as I come forward. Nice flat back as I pass through the halfway point. As I come down, I allow my hands to come to the mat. Straighten the knees. Now I find this very uncomfortable, so I bring my feet back so that they're parallel to the mat. If you're comfortable with your feet, duck feet, go ahead. You stay right there, okay? Hold here. Shrug the shoulders back. So hopefully the only tension you're feeling right now is in maintaining the shoulders away from your ears so that you can really relax into the pose. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come out. Lift the head, lengthen the back. Bring the hands to the knees. Let's curl up. Ready? As you inhale, I tuck the chin around the shoulders. Curl up once more. At the top, I shrug the shoulders back. And I'm back into my wide straddle. From here, warrior 2. Left foot now. If it's still duck-footed, bring it in. It's parallel to the left side of the mat or slightly in, 45 degrees. Open up the right toes so that they're pointing towards the right side of the mat. Square the hips. Now's the time to shorten or lengthen your position. Inhale, arms up on the line, shrug the shoulders back. Nice and soft. Look at the right hand. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend that right knee. Take a look down. Is your knee over your ankle? Is your knee in line with your hip and not pointing inward? Make the adjustments as you need to. Same thing with the right knee. Right knee should not be pointing inward. It should be pointing straight out. Now, if this is a problem because your hips are not open enough, then you may need to shorten the stance or bring that left foot in just a little bit, a little more 45 degree, and then really think about engaging the inner thighs and opening the hips. Every time you come into the warrior 2, take the time to go through these major anatomical points, okay? So I'm grounded through the feet, through the pelvis. Isolate the base, and now as you inhale, lengthen through the spine, through the crown of the head. Extend from the heart to the fingertips. Soft shoulders, soft gaze to the right. Hold in stillness. This is when the magic is happening. Again, if you're feeling a lot of pressure over your knees, shorten your stance. Really think about engaging the inner thighs. How do you engage inner thighs? Exterior rotation of knees and thighs and hips. If you're feeling tension in the shoulders, again, come into cactus arms. Try and weight your shoulders down by bringing your shoulder blades in towards the spine. Soft breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's open up the palms as we transition to the other side. Inhale the arms up. We're gathering the energy once more, not letting it dissipate. As I exhale, square off, bring the left toes towards the short side of the mat. Exhale, come down into your warrior 2, looking left. Again, at this point, I like to look down, look at my alignment, lengthen, and then just soften yourself into the pose. The thing about a yoga practice, the physical yoga practice, is we want to do it with the least amount of energy being expended. So if we're in the correct alignment, because of gravity and just alignment of the skeleton, we should be able to hold these poses for a really long time. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't let go of that lifted arch. Grounding through the feet. equally inside and outside of the foot. 3, 2, and 1. Transition to wide straddle in the front. Open up the palms. Inhale, gather energy. Swivel the left foot in. Exhale, come down halfway. Hold here. Soft shoulders. Again, it's not yet in your practice to have your arms extended in front. They can be cactus arms. You can do reverse swan dive with arms extended to the sides. Arms can even be on your waist. This is a perfect, beautiful option right here. If I choose to keep my arms on the waist, I'm still shrugging my shoulders back, lengthening the spine, trying to keep my head in line with the spine. Exhale, let's come all the way down, releasing the hands to the mat. Again, keep the knees soft. There's a tendency to lock the knees behind us. We don't want that. Keep the knees soft. We want the energy, blood circulation, innervation of nerves. We want that all to be softly flowing up and down the leg. And that can't happen if your knees are locked. So soft knees. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come up halfway. You choose where you want your arms. Inhale, lift the head. Inhale again, lengthen the back. Choose where you want to put your arms. Inhale the arms up. And then inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, release. Hands stay by our sides, toe heel, until you're back into Tadasana. Let's all meet at the front of the mat. As we step into Warrior 1 and some lunges, remember, traditionally in Ashtanga Vinyasa styles, your back foot and your front foot are in line such that the front heel in a straight line meets the middle of your back foot. Now you can already see with me, I don't have enough flexibility in my hips to even do that. This also can cause a balance problem. Now for some of you, this is great, and I encourage you to do it this way. For others, for balance and because of maybe hips or other issues, you just open the stance, all right? So here, I still have my back foot nicely behind me, front foot is in position, but I now have my hips squared forward. But there is lateral distance between both feet. This helps with balance, but also in terms of hips. So you choose how you want to do it. All right, we're at the top of our mat, Tadasana. Stepping back with the left leg coming into a right Warrior 1. As you inhale, step back, toe, heel, square off. Here you might want to find your adjustment like I am. I'm widening the lateral stance. Feel that your hips are square. If they're not square right now, sometimes it means you need to shorten the distance between both legs in front and back, which is fine, okay? No big deal. Hands are on our hips, squared off hip points, shrug the shoulders up and back. Feel that you have equal weight on both legs so that your weight is coming right down the middle. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend that front knee. In all the Warrior series, it's very important that the bent knee, the flexed knee, is 90 degrees to your ankle. You don't want it to be over, not in a Warrior 1 or Warrior 2. So again, if you have nice open hips, maybe you want to slide your back foot a little further back. You feel more opening through the left hip. Sometimes we need to shorten it. Let's continue from here. Rock the hands, open the palms, rotating the shoulders open. Inhale, gather up that energy at the top. If you can, hands together, At the top, drop the shoulders. Now, even here, lifting the arch, slight external rotation of knees and hips. So I'm not dumping my weight into my feet, but I'm engaging all the way from the toes, ankles, knees, inner thighs, hips. Find your base through the pelvis, isolate it, and then lengthen the back. How do I lengthen the back? That means I'm releasing tension through the back, through the front of the body, as I soften my shoulders down and extend through the fingertips. This is Warrior One. In Warrior Two, in the straddle, we were opening our hips laterally to the outsides. Now we're opening our hips front and back for extension and flexion. Let's keep our arms right where they are, and let's swivel to the other side. Take a breath in, and swivel to the other side. Now here, you may be in perfect position to do Warrior One, or because you widened laterally your stance, you're opposite. So I just bring my right foot to the outer side of the mat, bring my left foot to the opposite side, square off, exhale, bend the left knee. All right, so it's perfectly fine to do these little adjustments while you're in your practice. Soften your stance while maintaining the integrity of your base. Sink the shoulders down. Four, three, two, and one. Let's come into a deeper lunge. And as you exhale, let's do a forward fold right here. And as I come over that left knee, I drop the hands down to the mat and slide the right knee down, all the way down to the mat. And come into a nice deep lunge. Here, I still want to maintain the knee over ankle position. Sometimes when we're doing sun salutations, the knee goes over the ankle, and that's fine if for you that alignment works. Feel the opening here through the right hip. Let's keep this right leg active. So I'm still putting slight pressure on the top of my right foot down into the mat. I'm not just letting it hang around. Let's hold here. For a little bonus, if you feel good, release the hands. Hands are by your sides, opening up the palms. Inhale, gather your energy. At the top, exhale, hands together. And let's keep that energy nicely focused through the body. Soften the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming out. As you exhale, release the hands down to the mat, right next to the left foot. Hamstring stretch, take a breath in. As you exhale, sit back, lengthen, extend the left knee. Left toes are up, square off the hips. Best you can, lengthen your back, and hold. If you find your shoulders creeping up, maybe you need to bring your hands a little further behind your left foot. Let's hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back. Inhale, let's come back into that nice extended low lunge. Coming into another version of the low lunge. Curl your right toes under. Inhale, lift the right knee up. My hips are still squared down. Now here, before you release the hands, you may feel that there's too much distance between your front and back foot. So go ahead, bring that right foot in a little bit, but let's not lose the angle of the knee over the ankle. Once you feel balanced, lift the hands off the floor, bring them to the sides. Open up the palms, inhale, arms up. And then exhale, straighten that left knee. Right heel is still in the air. Hold here. Feel this balance point. Transition facing forward. Inhale, swivel the feet forward. You're back into a beautiful straddle. Exhale, release the hands down. All right, let's just do the opposite side. So, warrior one, right side. Find your position as you need to. Squaring off the hips. It's always nice to put your hands on your hips so you know they're really square. Release the hands, open up the palms. Inhale, both arms up, gathering the energy. At the top, exhale, bend that right knee. Sink the shoulders down, soften them up. Beautiful. Hold. Go through all your anatomical points. Once you've done your review, a little internal review, you can just sink into your position. Find a slow breath. And then in stillness, really enjoy it. And we'll finish the count for 3, 2, and 1. And just as we did on the opposite side, exhale, forward fold, unhinging from the hips, keeping my back as long as I can, extending over that right knee, and then release the hands to either side of the right foot. Slide the left foot back, left knee down, and have a nice deep lunge here. Check your alignment. You may need to move your left knee either a little closer or further away. Let's deepen the pose. Release the hands, bring them to your side. Open up the palms to the outside. Inhale, gather energy. At the top, hands together, sink the shoulders down. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release the hands down to either side of the right foot. Hamstring stretch, take a breath in. As you exhale, extend the right knee, right toes up, and hold. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back, inhale, come back to that nice deep lunge. Getting ready to lift the left knee up, curl the left toes under. If this is where you need to bring your left knee a little closer, go ahead. Inhale, lift that left knee up. Again, try and find the stability here before you take your hands off. I'm going to bring my left foot a little further in and slipping. And then release the hands, lengthen through the torso. Inhale the arms up. Inhale again, let's straighten that right knee. Hips are square. Left heel is still in the air. And then transition to front straddle. Inhale, let's transition to front straddle. Exhale, swan dive, come all the way down and hold. If your feet are not in line with one another, like mine are not, just going to move them so that laterally you're parallel to one another. And this time, if you're close to getting your head down to the mat, go ahead, use your hands or your elbows to help support you. Widen your stance and bring the head down. Shrug the shoulders back and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring our hands down to the mat to help us toe heel into a forward fold. Feet are hip width apart. Hold here. Tuck the head, roll the shoulders back. Transitioning to a low squat. Look up. Bend the knees. Release the arms, extend them forward. And let's sit back into our low squat. Tuck the head, roll the shoulders. And release down. Fell off my mat. Come down into a seated position. Legs crossed. This is Sukhasana. Lengthen the spine, relax the hips and knees. Hands pointing down, eyes closed. And hold. Spinal twist here. Little different. Let's bring our arms to the sides, palms down, shrug the shoulders up and back. Open the palms. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the cactus. Hold here. Now, if you have a tendency to lean back in this seated position, come forward a little bit. Make sure you're sitting on your seat bones so that you can lengthen the spine. Spinal twist to the right. Take a breath in. Exhale to the right. Hold here. Keep thinking about lengthening the spine up. And we're finding the twist from the belly button. Relax the shoulders. They do nothing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's return. Inhale, return to center. If you found that your elbows fell down, bring them back up. If you found that your shoulders creeped up, gently sink them down. Sitting up straight, lengthening through the spine. Relax your knees and hips. Left side. Take a breath in. And exhale with go left. Now you can't find the turn if you're concave and you're sitting back. So I don't care if you only turn 2 inches. If you can maintain the integrity of your torso, that's more important. The twist, the releasing of tension in the back will happen on its own, all right? Don't worry about it. Again, if this is challenging for your shoulders, you can always rest your hands on top of your shoulder or even give yourself a hug as you turn to the left and right, okay? Keep in mind the spine alignment. Holding here. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Coming back, inhale, let's come back. Exhale, release your hands, a little forward fold here. Bring the hands in front of you, shrug the shoulders back. Lengthen the spine, keep the head back. You don't want it to come forward. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, come into a nice forward fold here. Tuck the head, roll the shoulders, and hold. Now my shoulders are relaxed. I'm not trying to keep them behind. I'm just letting them fall wherever they want to. Letting gravity sink the head down, tucking the chin naturally. Let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming out with the head lengthen the back. Take the support of your hands as you inhale, rise back up. Release the hands down on your knees, shrug the shoulders up and back, lengthen the spine, close the eyes. Find a soft breath now, let the belly be soft. All right, just listen to my words, please, as you sit here quietly. I know for some of you, you've been keeping up your practice beautifully in the 3 months that I was gone. For others, there was a bit of a break. And so as we begin again in January, I'm going to take the class very slow. Our sequences may seem very basic and simple, especially if you've been keeping your practice up. So for those who find it slow physically, then I would ask you to take your practice to a deeper level. And as we go through some of these basic sequences, to bring your focus to your breath. And from there, naturally, the focus will come to the mind, and your mind will become more still and more calm, which is what a yoga practice is all about. For those of you who have not been able to keep up with the physical practice of yoga, I'm going to go slow, and please be assured that all my sequences that I'm introducing are to slowly bring the anatomical systems of the body back into alignment, back into harmony and balance, so that you can bring the focus to the breath and you can bring the focus to the mind and stilling the mind, quieting the mind, so that we can get all the distractions out of the way and come into a more calm, harmonious state of awareness. All right, all that being said, go ahead, open your eyes. Let's get our prop and do a supported shoulder stand. Nice way to end the class. If you don't have a prop, you can just come into Savasana. That's a beautiful option. Remember how to do this? We bring this into the lower back, somewhere between the lower back and the coccyx, with our legs up. What's important is once you're in position, you do not move the head to the side. It always stays looking up or looking right towards your knees. If you feel any tension to hold the position, then that means that your prop is not in the correct position. You need to either move it away from your head or closer to your head. The weight should be across the shoulders. More weight on the shoulders than the head. The neck is completely free. Shoulders should be free. Legs extended up. Soft knees. If this is challenging, go ahead and bend the knees. Hands can be holding the prop if that feels more stable for you. Or if you'd like, again, let's open up that shoulder girdle, extend the arms out, palms up. So now I'm opening all the different physical and subtle energetic pathways in the body. Okay, I'll stop talking. Let's stay here for 2 minutes. And gently coming out. If you're in Savasana, please gently start moving toes, fingers, ankles. You know the drill. If you're in this supported shoulder stand, open the eyes, bend the knees, bring your hands to your prop. Forearms are on the mat. And as you exhale, keep the chin tucked and roll forward. So you end up sitting right on your butt. You can roll your prop away. And let's all meet in a seated position, facing forward. Hands, palms down, gently resting on our knees. Let's take a few breaths here just to enjoy how easy it is to sit now. And to feel that quietness descend over us. That stillness, which is so relaxing. Inhale, hands to heart center. All together, sharing the pranava. One time, take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale, bowing down to the teacher within. We inhale gently, coming up, opening the eyes. Back into full awareness. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining.